Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, October 29, 2022. The moon spends early today in hiding in your solar chart, but then enters your sign, making later today livelier and more active. The moon in Sagittarius excites your emotions and senses you're feeling more independent and spontaneous. Still, early today features a Mercury-Pluto square, and you do well with some time to rest and compose yourself. With this transit, there's a general tendency to push to get to the bottom of a matter or uncover a truth before considering that you may not be ready for it. It's better not to jump to a quick conclusion about a friend with this influence that leads to thinking in extremes. Something expressed or remembered can seem to trigger fears now, and it's best managed by controlling reactions. With people clinging too tightly to their viewpoints, interactions can be challenged, too intense, or unhealthy. Working on relaxing your mind instead of getting all wound up over matters can be therapeutic, especially since dwelling on mistakes will not erase them. As the day advances, this comes more naturally. In truth, the day shapes up to be a highly creative and expressive one. Rocky waves will roll through the heavens today. As mental Mercury races through your solar 11th house of friendships, he'll be punished by a wicked Pluto now orbiting in your solar 2nd house of income. This is not a day to lend money to anyone regardless if it's a lover, crush, friend, or ex. You are likely to be left high and dry. However, you could instead be in a vast dispute in your personal life about previous money, resources, or possessions that had been offered in the past. This will bring a surge of drama, so do your best to hide before it rears up and attacks. What do you need from your friends? You should feel empowered as you go after your dreams as Mercury in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. However, certain connections do not see the value of your potential aspirations or what you are already pursuing. You may even feel like you are struggling to connect with some of your colleagues on and offline. If this is the case, then you can do one of two things. Address your concerns to transform your support system or shift your attention to the friendships that will enable you. The closer the moon gets to its return to your income sector over the weekend, the more important it becomes to keep an open mind. This will be the moon's first visit since Pluto's direct turn released the handbrake holding income potential back, but with an eclipsing full moon on the job front early next month, there are still some wildcards in play. Working too hard is your way of avoiding possible emotional conflict, and I want to encourage you to face your emotions because there are great things ahead. Use the strategy of time management to get yourself in and out of work and to the gym, if possible, so you can have a good physical workout a few times a week. Exercise helps reveal to us what we are really experiencing. The emotions you face today are the opportunities of tomorrow. The hour has come to push ahead, notably in your professional life. Be methodical and patient, but don't hesitate to conserve your dynamic and sense of commitment. In your family life, if you tend to neglect your family and friends, a friend will help you to start something again. In addition, the vibrations of the week should favor starting up an activity and allow you to quickly take the bull by the horns again, particularly in your affective life. The moon's monthly visits to Sagittarius are always a valuable chance to check in, but today, this will also ensure your instincts are sharp during one of the most significant cosmic events of the year. After 5 months in a playful and creative part of your chart, Jupiter retrogrades back out today, but as the moon connects with the planets that are staying on, gives you confidence that the momentum will continue. At the same time, this will ensure you are emotionally engaged as Jupiter returns to give home and family matters a boost. As Jupiter retrogrades back out of your romantic sector today, this is not goodbye, with the planet of luck and expansion promising to be back before Christmas. In the meantime, the moon is not only in Sagittarius as Jupiter leaves, but this last visit before Venus, the planet of love, returns, is picking up on the promise of more romantic support on the way. Our eyes in the sky. Today provides wonderful cosmic guidance for all in the area of spiritual development. Listening to your soul is where you'll find the most solace now. The Sagittarius moon propels you through the channels of your most profound inner work and philosophies. Many might have gone completely silent over the last few days because these are the kind of transits where ghosting is very possible. All is not lost with certain connections. It just points to a major overhaul in so many people's lives that it can be extremely difficult to focus on the most mundane of tasks. If someone has disappeared from your life, give them time to circle back around. Tomorrow brings a strong emotional Neptune influence that can have a sleepy and dreamy quality to it. It could be tough to stick to a strict schedule this week, and you might feel lost in the shuffle at times. Ask yourself where your mind seems to keep drifting when you get lost in those proverbial clouds. Maybe you're just being called to your next destination without even realizing it. Today marks a wonderful cycle of poetry, art and relationship connections that can lead you down the path of finding the soulmate of your dreams. Let love be your ultimate guide and muse. You never know what lies just around the corner. In the morning, the moon enters Sagittarius, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, spontaneity is key to our emotional equilibrium. We want options. We want experience. This is a good time to dive into a broad course of study or entertain discussions with people from different walks of life. It is an ideal lunar period for travel, physical exercise, self-exploration, and adventure. Oh, you have some challenges this week. Although you'll feel energized to get everything done, you may have some issues in your workplace or when it comes to your greater career goals. This minor setback is just that. It will move into the past almost as soon as it happens. The universe asks you to be sharp and focused now. It's an ideal week to think about starting a new business. Your work is changing, as is your money picture. Going with the flow means you should accept what's happening now instead of trying to resist it. Your relationships are not only important but also dreamily perfect for this moment in your life. Just a few minutes later, the moon trines Jupiter, its dispositor, in Aries. This aspect exacerbates the enthusiastic nature of the Sagittarius moon, inspiring us to broaden our horizons. We may be able to give something back to others now, acting in the spirit of philanthropy. Behaving generously instills us with greater gratitude for our circumstances. We have an easier time going with the flow and taking things on faith.